Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Is a beautiful, talented young lady who is a boss in her own right. You can catch her on Love and Hip Hop New York. Even though she spends a lot of time in the ATL. Y'all make some noise for Yandy!
You know, this is my second home. I love being here. I love ATL. I love coming up here. You guys are like my cousins now.
I feel like your cousin too, honey, because you know every time I see you, honey, you always giving us fabulosity. You know what I need, honey, to see you, and I definitely appreciate it.
I definitely have to come here, sitting next to you, with some fabulosity for sure.
Yeah, as they would say, like I guess, like in Beverly Hills, she's a kept woman.
No, I'm a woman that works hard.
Yeah.
I wish I was kept. I ain't kept enough.
Okay, so maybe I always misinterpreted what it meant, but like you always keep up the look. Like I've never seen you in a place of lack.
Somebody taking care.
Somebody taking care of you. You being kept.
So let me throw. She's a well-kept woman.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
We've rebottled it, repackaged it.
And now let's sell it. Let's make some money off it.
Hell yeah. So, you know, the Love and Hip Hop New York franchise is stronger than ever.
Yeah.
And outside of that, gotta commend you on the activism that we saw you taking part in with my son.
Yeah.
And who else was out there?
Tamika Mallory, Jamility Davis. It's so funny because I do this all the time. I was out here when we were, boycotting Houston's. I flew out for that. I go to DC all the time. This is something that's a part of who I am. But I guess it takes you getting pepper spray for people to actually, pepper sprayed and thrown to the ground for people to actually take notice of it. You know, things that are going to affect my children, things that are going to affect the people after me, I care about.
And well, if we could rewind it back just a little bit for those who don't know what happened, break it down for us, please.
So there was a situation that I saw on Instagram, actually on Sean King's page. And it was these prisoners banging on the window. And the reason why they were banging on the window was because they had no heat, they had no hot water, they hadn't been fed a warm meal in over a week. When I got there, I learned that they also were being denied visits. I also learned that they were being denied phone calls. And this had been going on for 9 days. So what we decided, we got on the phone after we saw that post. We got on the phone midnight. Myself, Tamika, Jamility Davis, and my son. And we said, what are we going to do? We cannot be out here representing people that don't have voices and leave them out. You know, and this is a detention center. I saw so many people saying, oh, they're convicts, they're criminals. They deserve that. First of all, it's a detention center where there are so many people in there just awaiting trial that have not been proven guilty. But even if you're in that prison, you were not sentenced to torture, you were not sentenced to death, and you were not sentenced to not have the basic human rights. So for that, I was like, we're going to occupy the streets until they have heat. So I called a few of my friends. I got on Instagram and I said, listen, we're going to be in these streets. We're going to be cold right with them. We're not going to have hot meals right with them. We're going to sit out here until they get what they need. And, you make a little bit of noise, then you get council members, you get Congress, you get mayors all riled up, and there was a video that went viral of me because the night we stayed there, the first night, the next day, the mayor said that, we delivered blankets, we delivered warmers. So we were excited. I got on my Instagram. I'm like, yes, we stayed out all night. They have warmers, but we want the lights on, we want to make sure the heat comes on. So we're going back out there again. So I'm on the mic and I'm like, I'm excited, guys. Have you got the warmers? And they're knocking, and I'm like, wait, if you did not get the warmers and the blankets, stop knocking. Silence. Wow. And I'm like, if you did not get the blankets that were sent from the mayor's office, don't knock. Silence. These are 1,600 or so inmates that have been knocking all night to bring awareness to what they're going through. When we heard that silence out there, I got so emotional because I'm like, y'all lied. You got me posting on my page that these people are getting their basic needs, warmth. But it's a lie. You lied to us. There were so many congressmen and council people coming up there like, we got them, we delivered the blankets. And you actually see video footage that I posted on my page of all these boxes coming into the back of the prison. It was delivered, but it was never distributed.
Really?
So
and I read somewhere, so is that the detention center at Mendeecees? Is he there?
No.
Because they were saying you out there protesting
No.
because Mendeecees was in there and you wanted to get a blanket.
No.
That's not so.
My husband is not there.
Like he's in prison.
He is. No, actually he's in a camp.
Okay, like halfway house kind of thing.
He's not a halfway house. He's in a camp. But yeah, it wasn't necessarily about him. It was about the people. These are people's husbands. These are people's fathers. These are people's sons. You know, and I feel like if I'm going to represent a community of voices that are unheard, I gotta represent all. You know, and no, my family wasn't directly affected by that particular prison, but somebody's was.
Well, which one of the council persons maced you? Who maced you?
It was an officer.
Really?
It was an officer, yeah. It was a federal officer in the building. And what happened was there was a mother who there was a guy in the window saying, "My name is DeAndre." I think his name was DeAndre. "I think my mother's out here." And he's screaming out the window, no shirt on. And they were on the mic like, "Is DeAndre's mother out here? Is his mother out here? Where's his mother?" And she's like, "That's me. That's my son. That's me." She runs up, gets the bullhorn, and she's talking to her son. And she's like, "Son, are you okay?" He's like, "No, mommy, I'm not okay." He's like, "This is torture, mommy. They torture and I don't have..." Mind you, all we see is the waist up, and he's hanging onto this gate. No shirt on. So she's like, "Baby, I'm here. I'm here." And he's like, "Do you have blankets? Do you have water?" He's like, "No." She's like, "Where's your clothes?" She's like, "They took them." And then you just see him get yanked from the window. So this mother starts crying, and it's so crazy because I have my phone out, like of her communicating with her son through the window. And then I have my phone, and she's like, no. She starts crying, and she's like, "Not my son. No. They're going to kill my son." And she starts to walk inside the prison. And then I see other gentlemen going behind her. But as a woman, as a mother myself, I felt her pain. I empathized with what she was going through. So I was like, "Oh no, let me go in behind her," because I'm a mother too. I would be ready to kick down somebody's door.
Absolutely.
And people to get to my child if I thought he was being tortured. So I went in there to console her and also tell her, like, let's use our brains here. I know what you're going through. But we were met with so much aggression. We were met with so much hostility. And we were just like, why is her son being tortured? Why is he saying he's being tortured? You know, he didn't get sentenced to torture. And then all these officers started running out. They had the spray cans or whatever. I didn't even actually see the spray can. All I know is I just started coughing. And then when they threw me out, they also threw the can behind me. And that's how I knew that I got in pepper spray, because they threw the can at us. It was insane. It was unfortunate because we just wanted to organize something peaceful to bring awareness to the situation. And
they went above and beyond the necessary, measures to like try to subdue y'all. It was a peaceful protest, and y'all was and like, how could anyone from the outside look at that and see what was wrong? But
we were there at that point. We had been there for 2 days in the cold, from Friday to Saturday, and that happened Sunday morning. We were there, and we were freezing. We were without sleep. I had my daughter with me for a portion of it, so I had to go home to take her home, and then I came back, but I was sleep deprived, but I was still there. Like, just have some respect.
Well, we appreciate you for thugging it out and doing that, because, you're definitely in a place where typically people wouldn't expect you to do that, but because you have the platform you have, y'all made a difference. Yeah. And shout out to my son as well for always being. He never goes with the flow of popular opinion.
No.
You know what I mean? And he's an OG for that. And as a dude who's also done time too, I know he understands.
Absolutely.
So shout out to that. So on the fun, lighter side of things, Love and Hip Hop, New York City. How many years are we in on this?
This is my 9th season.
In my head, it was more.
This is my 9th season. I can't believe it.
You must have stock in there. They keeping you on.
But this is the thing. When I was asked to be on this show, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna like me. I ain't all that cute. I don't dress well. I don't ever do my nails, my feet.
Lies, and more lies.
So the fact that I'm the longest lasting female on this franchise, I'm like, and I started on the production side, and I was one of those ones that was like, let me just see. I don't know. Fine, I'll do it. And I'm still here. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
But sometimes people are just thrust into greatness. No one wakes up in the morning like, yo, I'm gonna be. Well, some people do. Like, some people wake up, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be a star. Today's the day. But sometimes
that is not me.
Sometimes you are just anointed with a power, and you just kind of just get pulled into it. And there's a reason why you've been there as long as you have been there. Because some people, you won't see them for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, people literally getting killed off reality shows and brought back like soap operas. But you've been a constant. Now your man Mendeecees has been a major thread of the overall, your overall storyline. He's really close to coming home.
Yep, he's really close to coming home. He'll be home this year.
How excited are we?
That's crazy. I'm excited. I'm nervous.
I know you can't wait to get pregnant.
I can't wait for a couple things. But yeah, it's crazy because when I heard the time he was facing, I was like, oh my gosh, of course you want to be that person that thugs it out, that you want to be that person that is like right by their side. But when I was like 8 years, how the hell am I gonna raise
Has
these
it been 8
babies
years?
by myself? It's been 5.
Really?
Yeah, you do a portion of the time. But so now it's like, oh my gosh, how am I not gonna do this by myself? I got a system. I put them babies on my back. We go to work. I take drop them to school. The days they don't have school, they on my back. They out here now, because they're out of school. So now that I'm have a partner in this, it's gonna be like a whole reshifting and relearning how to be a team.
Well, I know one thing. He better come back and act right with you. If you just sat there and honey, waiting for him.
Acting wrong is not an option. Y'all see me out there at that prison? Could you imagine I'm gonna be in my house?
Okay.
I'm gonna be in a blowline at my house like, we won't, no, please, I'm not playing.
So paint the picture for us, all right? So like, are you picking them up? Is it gonna be like the movies where the gates open up?
I like Whitney and Bobby.
And he walking out with a duffel bag. I mean, like, put us in the moment when the second you see your dude after some change.
I would love to be there to pick him up. He claims he's not telling me. He wants to just knock on the door and surprise me.
Okay.
I'll take. Part of me feels like he just want to see what the hell been going on without me knowing. So he will not tell me the date, and even if I look on the computer, that's not the actual date that he's coming. So he claims that he's just going to knock on the door and surprise me. That's going to be like a movie to me. When I knock on my door, open it, and see him.
Hope you're in town.
Well, that's kind of spooky. Though. I mean, I'm sure you're being good because hey, you're not telling me when. Cause he could be out right now and just checking out things and seeing what's going on.
No, we were just with him this weekend for the whole weekend, so no.
So what's been the hardest part for you overall? Because I know because of the level of notoriety you in, the circles that you have the opportunity to be around. I know people are still shooting their shot because guys are grimy like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But what's been the hardest part for you overall?
That's not even the hardest part for me. The hardest part for me is mommy guilt. Having to work, long hours sometimes and be away from the kids, and then them not being with dad, and then also raising my boy to be a man. I don't know how to be a man. I don't know how to, deal with some of the things he feels and that he's already going to go through. So dealing with that has been hard, knowing that I consciously, I knew what was happening. I knew what was coming, and I decided I'm going to stick this thing through, and I'm going to put the pause on me being a man, teaching you how to be a man, or having a man in your house. But I believed in my heart that, I would get this time back, and everything that my son and even my daughter, who needs a man in her life, need to learn. That has been the hardest thing for me, just dealing with not having him there for the babies.
Well, do you have any brothers or uncles or anybody?
I don't.
Oh, because I just say you could just let them kind of be around them, to see it.
I don't have any brothers. I don't have any. My mom has one brother that lives out of town. So I have my best friend is a guy, and I call him my husband. He's been Uncle Brian to my babies, and definitely been, but then dad is involved. We see dad on the weekends,
right,
and dad, Amir acts up in school, I'm going to call your father. And he's like, Mommy, don't call dad.
You actually could call in?
Huh?
You can call
No. Oh. Actually, I'll email him, and then he'll call me.
Gotcha.
But I'll say to him, don't make me call your dad. He already knows. If I say, don't make me call your dad, he's like, Mommy, no. I'll email him. If someone's acting up in school, he'll call. Mendeecees calls morning, noon, and night, and then emails. So, and then him and Amir write each other as well. So we see him every week, and then they write each other. So he has a very big influence in our household still.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you get to go on the quote unquote inmate dates? Is that still legal? Did they
cancel
that in New York? No
Not in the
congies?
feds.
Damn.
No.
I thought the feds went light.
No, the state you can do conjugal.
You could do conjugal in state and not fed?
Yo.
That is weird. I mean,
There's more people in the state than the feds, so I guess.
But it seems like, federal, you get a little bit more perks. Certain ones you get to play tennis.
Behind that.
That is
Remember
weird.
saying the feds are watching?
They'll be having a little peephole in that room.
In more ways than one.
Yes.
So Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
You got your own production company. You got a podcast right now that's on fire where you talking pop culture with Tia Mallory.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
Everything is. I am amazingly blessed. I don't have any complaints. I think that people appreciate just good people. I stand on the fact that you don't have to tear people down. You don't have to, step on somebody's back to build yourself up. And that's really been kind of a thread through who I am on the show. That's been a thread of who I am off camera, and it's blessed me in several ways. My network has definitely been very relevant in my net worth, and I've aligned myself with some really smart people And I've been able to just, keep on winning.
Okay, if we could touch on a couple notes real quick that's been buzzing in pop culture.
Yep,
The whole
let's do it.
21 Savage situation. The dude's being detained by ICE.
Yeah.
Now, granted, on one side, people are like, hey, you can't deny a man his right to freedom and whatnot. But he also got, like, in legit trouble, and had some things on him allegedly that he shouldn't have had when he got pulled over, and now he's in the spot he's in. How you feel about that?
I feel like there's definitely there's an overall theme in this community where, take the black man from his household and we are going to make this family vulnerable. 21 is a great father, and it's so super unfortunate that they are ripping him from his family. I wish there was an overall blanket that when you have children that this separation thing could not be a factor. It's unfortunate that as far as I know, he's being charged with committing a crime. I don't know that to be true because I know a lot of people that they say did things that did not do them. But even in the interim, until he's proven guilty, why does he have to be away from his children?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand that.
And then also when you look at the money play, which is the immigration system in this country, they make you shell out so many money for so much money for like lawyers and just different processes.
It's a business. The minute you're born, you are born into a business. You are a corporation. You have a tax ID number that's called a social security number.
Mm-hmm.
You sign a birth certificate. That is your parents signing a contract that you belong to this government. And I don't talk about it much, but I am totally against. As I've learned, my children have birth certificates, they have social security numbers, but as I've learned what those things mean, even when it comes down to, the marriage license and you signing, to the government to say that this makes you committed to this man.
Mm-hmm.
This makes your vows valid. I'm against that. Like, I don't feel like you're not going to tell me how committed I am to this man because I signed your paper that now binds me financially to all kind of other stuff that I have no reason to be binded to.
See, I always felt like I was alone in that. I always feel like don't get other people involved in your affairs. Like, most people like, how come you ain't married that person yet? If their relationship is working, let their relationship work and be what their relationship is.
And back in the days, they had relationships where people were totally committed and married without signing a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, the way I look at it, this government still represents me as less than a person. I think we're 3/5 of a person.
Mm-hmm.
As black and brown people, how dare you think that I'm going to be a part of anything you say? It's unfortunate that I had to sign a birth certificate for my children. It's unfortunate that I have to get them a social security number. At least that's what I was taught.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
It's a system that's hard to shake. So
a system that's hard to shake, and we live in this world. You know what I'm saying? But as I've matured and as I've gotten older, I can make some decisions about how much I allow you to be involved in certain things.
All right. Well, let's talk about one of your alumni, Cardi B.
Yes.
First female solo artist to win the Grammy the other day.
Kill it?
She bodied it.
She killed it.
She gave you Sue's Rendezvous and Las Vegas at the same time.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Only Cardi can. Like, in a way, only Cardi can. Her twerk game was on point.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I say I take off my hat, my shoes, the shirt off my back, she is the definition of do not let your past define your future. No matter where you are, use that to push you, to make you go harder. That girl said, you know what? I'm good on the pole. I'm good on Love and Hip Hop. And I'm going to make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
And I applaud her to the fullest because she was definitely destined for greatness when she made the decision, like, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to set the record straight and go hard. And I love the fact that she still is quick to get on the mic and say how she feels.
Yeah,
Real
she definitely
quick.
does. It's almost like you said earlier, though, too. She surrounds herself around good people.
That's right.
People that, and they just took it to the next level.
That's right.
Just
You
kept
gotta.
going on.
That has been, I think, the one of the biggest keys to my success is surrounding myself with people that want to win, people that are smart. Mona has been one of my closest mentors for some time now. I started interning in 2002, and I can, to this day, I can call her right now, like, Mona, I have this production. I just called her the other day. I got this production deal. They want to give me this amount of money. They don't want to give me this. And they're saying that they own this much and not this. This is what you do. This is how you set up. This is how you structure it. Like, you need people like that.
Oh, yeah.
You need people to tell you how you structure your deals. I don't know everything, but I bet you I'm smarter than most, not because I'm smart, but because I got 10, 15 smart people around me.
You gotta enable yourself with people that are better than you are. How will you ever grow?
How will you ever grow? How?
Yeah.
So I got a dope, marketing and branding person on my team. Latoya, shout you out. I got a dope web person on my team. Like, I don't know nothing about coding. I don't know anything about all that internet marketing. But I got them on my team. So
Yeah.
you're going to think, when I walk in the room, oh, yeah, here, look, we did that. I did that. And I can say I did that because they work for me.
And it's obvious you paying them to do that.
Absolutely. Nobody don't want to work for free.
That's right.
Nah, you got to create an ecosystem of dope people around you. And those people are going to teach other people. And that's the only way our village is going to be as great as some of these other villages out there to be able to provide these opportunities for people. So I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. And the best thing about this culture, and we talked about earlier this morning, it sucks how for somebody to rise, somebody has to be torn down. Which when you look at the landscape of, women in hip hop, in order for Cardi B to be as great as she is, people feel like, oh, I can't rock with Nicki, or I gotta take Nicki down.
It's enough for everybody.
It's enough money
the pie
for everybody.
is big enough. Just give me my slither. I didn't want a piece of it. A slither of the pie. You could have the rest.
That's it. I have a beauty brand called Yell Skincare now, and there are other women that are a part of the beauty industry that are my peers. And I'm doing this event that's huge, and I'm like, I want to invite her. They're like, well, she has, a lipstick line, or she has a makeup line. That's direct competition with. No. Maybelline, Clairol, L'Oreal, they sit in the same rooms together, and they share the shelf space.
Yeah.
Why can't we look like each other and feel like we can share the shelf space as well? Why we gotta feel like, oh, I got a hairline, so I'm not gonna support Juju's hairline because I got one. No, there are gonna be other hairlines on the shelf next to mine. Why can't it be my sister? Why can't it be somebody that looks like me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's all like a cultural setback of slavery where we feel like, oh, that one got in the house. Or if he got in the house and we still out here on the field, there's only space for one. So let's tear him down. Let's make him feel like he's less than, because we still slaves. We're still out here working for somebody.
You may be rich this year, but let's talk about next year.
This is what I'm saying.
It's a wave.
But we always feel like we got to tear this person down. And I'm dealing with that even on Love and Hip Hop right now. Like, because I'm doing good, or because I'm in a space that I'm happy and I'm creating opportunities, why you feel like you want to attack me? What you want to bring me down? Oh, because you're not on this bandwagon? But I can help you.
You having static with Kim Bella, right?
For no reason. I sit back and I'm like, what is the reason? It's no reason at all.
And have y'all ever got on the phone off the grid? Because, sometimes it's almost like, when you see a fight at school, people going to talk louder and be more yappity yap because everybody's watching. But have y'all ever got on the phone off the grid with no cameras around and try to flesh it out?
After this season started, probably about 8 months in, I'm like, I can't do this no more. I got to call and figure it out. And the moral of the story was, you abandoned me. You left me when I needed you. But sometimes, for me, I got to take a mental break. When I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship or a toxic experience, I love you, but I'm going to step away for a month. So that hurt her. But then let's leave it there. We don't got to, oh, she's fake, she's phony, she's a liar. No, we don't got to break each other down. We don't got to make things more than they are simply because I did something you didn't like by stepping away. I didn't sleep with your man. I didn't talk about your children. I didn't hurt your mom. Like, you don't go that hard on somebody you've once loved or considered a sister if you've ever loved them.
Right.
So I think when people show them their colors, you just got to believe them. But it's hard for me to believe because if I love you, I love you. Period. I'm going to love you forever. I'm going to love her forever because I've loved her. But it's like, come on now. You don't bring certain things. You don't bring relationships with kids into it. It's just certain things you just don't do.
Well, you continue being great. Doing you.
I'm gonna do my
the podcast is called Talk Over Tea.
Talk Over Tea.
And when y'all drop new episodes, like weekly,
we just shot 4 episodes, so you'll be seeing it soon. March, Women's Month. You'll be seeing everything coming out. Stay tuned for Beyond Bars, one of our shows. Look out for Yell Skincare, my skincare line. Go purchase that, yellskincare.com. And definitely stay tuned. I have a new children's book coming out. So yes. So stay tuned for that as well. There's a lot going on. And
you said you have a hairline as well, right?
I do. Everything is Yell Beauty. So Yell Skincare is under Yell Beauty, and my hairline is Yell Beauty as well.
Okay, real quick. Talking about the hair thing. Now,
Yes.
one thing I've noticed, like every time like somebody gets a hairline, you're having to get it from the Chinese, aren't you? Right?
I'm not telling my secrets.
But I say this to say.
What are you saying it to say?
Why do we get boxed out of that business in a certain way? You know what I'm saying? We're the biggest contributors to the hair weave industry.
Yeah.
We have no control over who we're buying our hair from. Why can't we be the gatekeepers in that industry? Like, it's, you know, not to say it's very mafioso, because I don't want to get hit with a Chinese star as I get in my car.
Right.
But what is it about that industry why we can't get in at that level? Because, like, it's your brand. You're putting your name on something,
Yep.
but we still got to go through
We still
them
gotta pay
to get
somebody to get it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the answer to that. I think that it all boils down to us creating these networks and these pockets of really successful people with money, you know, that we can own our own. You know, I think ownership is important. In other communities, they come together. You don't see, you know, just one Chinese man standing alone with these business. You see a whole family.
Right.
You see a block, you see one beauty supply store that's owned by a Chinese person. You see a whole block of them. They related, they friends, they family usually. You know, you these different cultures, they stick together and they build each other up.
And just for understanding real quick, pardon my male ignorance, like, the hair isn't coming from an actual Chinese person, is it?
Some of them sharing their hair, but for the most part, honey, they manufacturing that hair.
Right.
And
Like,
these go good. This yak, honey, this Ying, and then
like I want us to own that because we're the
Well,
biggest contributors
I do
to
too.
it.
Well,
You
I don't
know.
want something too, but you, honey, it's gonna be before. You'll be dead and gone before we own it.
But we need to get that would mean we need to start opening up factories. We need to learn that
Yeah.
business. We need to learn. It's like we're trying to keep up. We're trying to pay up bills. We don't have mommy. A lot of us don't have mommy, daddies that have this big bankroll that they're passing on
Exactly.
so that we can open up our factories. We're not even a whole century out of, you know, Jim Crow.
Right.
We just getting into our own. Maybe my children will have, you know, the luxury of saying, you know, mommy left and daddy left me a whole bag. I can open up a factory. Mommy left me $1 million to start my first business or buy my first home. But it's this generation that's going to create those people that can own the factories to do things like that. We not even, like I said, a century out of the craziness, segregation, slavery, and all that.
You know, the first and last factory I knew of was Proline in Dallas.
They was doing hair. They was like actually
Well, they were
manufacturing
doing hair products, and so Proline, you know, they had the curls, the grease, and all that stuff. Coma Contrell.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the
Remember the
only one I knew.
I mean,
of.
but now we have more product lines that are, you know, developing by Black strong families. So we have Curls. Maisha Dillinger owns Curls, and that's a huge brand of hair products. We have Mayel Organics, another Black woman, strong Black woman. We have Main Choice, Courtney. These are all like my personal friends, and again, that network.
Yo.
I got a hairline. These are my girls that I could be like, girl, where we going? We going on vacation this weekend? What's going on? That's why it's hard for me to even deal with a lot of the drama that you see on the show, or even get in tune with, because I got friends that got $1 million businesses that I'm going on vacations with that I got to call. I ain't got time to beef with you because somebody said something that you didn't like.
It's more important things.
So I got more important things to go. I got to build this network.
You know, the system is invented to tie us up with petty things, so we don't focus on the things that can make us.
That's
big.
what it
That's
is.
all.
That's what it is.
And as you decide, if you ever decide to get a co-op going to where we like, you know, scalping people and taking their hair and like putting out our own, I got 5 on it. I want in on, because like guys are getting hair weaves too. This is about to be, if it's a multi-billion-dollar industry right now, because there's a whole bunch of dudes walking around looking like George Jefferson right this moment.
Right now,
it's about to be $1 trillion industry.
True.
And I want in on it.
It's true. And it's multicultural. Black, white, or everybody. Chinese. They all need it.
Yo, facts. Well, Yandy, if people ain't following you already, where can they go?
I keep things pretty simple. The name I get checks in, Yandy Smith, everything. Yandy Smith, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's me.
Yo, the voice is undeniable. Swag is incredible. The hustle is real. Make some noise one time, yo. Yandy Smith!
Yeah. This is fun. It's always fun coming up here. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Anytime.